Okay, so what I'm going to do is replace the... So what I'm going to do is take the rings off. Take the hub off. If I can. Okay, I don't mind if they come off real hard, because that way they won't fall off. So the other thing I'm going to do is just break these loose. So when I lift it off the ground, it makes it real easy for me to take these off. Okay, now do the other side. So that's one jack stand with one notch up. And that's the second one. So we're just going to gently lower it down. Okay, with the car on jacks, what I want to do, since I'm getting old, I do a test. See if it's going to fall down, because I don't want it falling on me. The next thing I'm going to do is spray a little WD-40 on all these bolts, because I have no idea when the last time they were taken off. And I would wear safety glasses or some kind of glasses so it doesn't get in your eyes. So here's our shock. Here's a 11/16 right here. Then the other one is way up there. And you can see there's two bolts, one on this side, one on the other. So what I want to do is take the bottom one off so that I can move the shock out of the way so I can get direct access to those two bolts up there. So it's probably been about a half hour since I sprayed it. So let's see. This is 11/16. Just comes right off easy. There's the lock washer and the flat washer. Let me get a bar. There it comes. Okay. Move that out of the way, and now you can have direct access to the top bolts. Alright, there's the coil spring going all the way up. There's the top of the shock. happens to be, what is this? It's the 1/2 inch. Okay, that one's loose. Then we go to the secondary one. It's just a little hard doing this with one hand. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set the camera down and unscrew this bolt right here. I can't do it with one hand, so I'm going to stop this. Okay, so what I have here is a 1/2 inch socket, and I have a 1/2 inch open end box wrench, a bolt and a nut. So what I'm going to do is just slowly take this apart, and I can't show you the thing because I can't do it with two hands and then hold the camera, so I will show it when I'm done. Okay, so this is what I have managed to take it off so far. Here's the bolt, and here's the nut. Looks like it's a locking type, and if I look at the hole, I'm surprised because I was expecting to have just a straight bolt going right into the chassis here somehow, and it's not. I'm just happy that there's enough access to get my hand over here where I can use my box wrench to get it on top of the nut and get it out. Alright, so let me try the other one. See, like I put it on this one here too, but I can't hold the camera here and work this out. So I'm going to hold the 1/2 inch box on the locking nut and use my socket to unscrew this bolt here. So I'll let you know when I'm done. Okay, so here is the basic setup, which I can't believe it. There's a bolt, it goes through here, and then the nut goes over the top over here and meets it on the other side. But look at, you have hardly any clearance at all to get through there. Here's the old shock. You see it has two holes over here, and here's the new ones. They have slots. The old one had a bolt with a locking nut. But I went over to the hardware store and got myself a bolt, a lock washer, and a nut to make it easier. So what happens is when you put it in there, if someone ever changes these, at least you can, if you got one side loose and got one side out, you could just slide them out. Versus here, you're stuck because it's got holes. So this might make it easier if someone ever is going to change these again. So what I'm going to do to make it easier for the next person is I put one bolt in there already. I'm going to put the bolts on the top and put the nuts on the bottom like that. So let me put the shock up there, and then I'll turn the camera back on. Alright, so I have the shock up there. I just slipped it in and over the top of the lock washer and nut. And here I'll just put this one on. See, then if you had to, if these were all rusted or whatever, you could get a pair of vice grip pliers and unloosen the nut without going to the back to hold it up there. Okay, so let me get my 1/2 inch socket and wrench. The wrench will go up here, and then I'll get the socket. So let me put the camera down and tighten those up. Okay, so all the 2 bolts here are nicely secured, so let's just cut this band here that's on the shock, lower it down and hook it up to the bottom. Okay, it doesn't quite come down far enough, so we'll have to lift it up. Okay, we'll put our washer on, lock washer, and nut. Okay, that side's in. Let's go do the other one. Well, since I'm right here, I took the emergency brake off. I just want to look and see how much. So we still have 50-50 on the brakes. See, there's a lot here, and there's still a lot here. So, but it doesn't hurt to look when it's real easy. There we go. Okay, now that I have the shocks on, let me put the tires back on. And this is just an old habit because I never know when I'm going to take this off again. Just like to make it a little bit easier for myself. I always put one right dead center at the top just to make it easier to install the tire. Okay, now let's go do the other side. See, just go in a start pattern. Little hole goes here. Okay, we'll do the other side and we're done.